machine.
Q.
With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over
You
to
gonna-
Brandon Gott.
You gonna drop my broadcast?
All right, Coach.
No, I want to tell him I want to play.
We already in the game now.
Stadium here in Kansas City.
I mean,
That's why I say join the ship. I don't know what you call it. Zay. Go on. Well, no, you got your phone on your. I know
Here's
your
the
phone.
kicker, Harrison
Go on to
Butker,
YouTube
ready
and
to
go on to
get
all my
this one
channel.
started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be taken in at the 1.
Man, goddamn, that was a fucking
They'll bring it
big one,
back
bro.
to just about the 25. Call it the
You did it.
24-yard line.
No.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Don't do it.
I don't know your YouTube.
Huh?
I don't know your YouTube.
Join my broadcast.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check. No.
Wait, we out of there.
And the enemy stripped. Ball comes loose.
Yeah.
But this will fortunately
care
wind
about that
up out
fumble?
of bounds.
I don't know about you,
It's
but
out
I
of
can
there.
hear
I don't care about that
and
phone.
feel the sigh of relief
It's out of there.
all the way up here in our booth.
I don't catch him.
Palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
I'm
No
gonna
doubt
catch
about
him.
it.
You know
Ball
better
goes
than that.
over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on.
Hey, you
to
gotta
the
stop
ball,
two people
man.
more than Lamar.
And he's able to
You
get
gotta
this
start Mar
inside
Ingram,
the 10
Lamar,
down
and
to
then you
the
gotta start
9.
whatchamacallit.
It's a 7-yard
Got
carry
his
to
name.
set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Go to straight.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do.
This is a, you remember my channel name or no?
Got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback.
Jay the
And no
gamer.
better way to do it than to establish
Jay
a
the
running game
gamer.
early.
On 2nd down now.
No,
Jay.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Yeah, like
Jada
together.
So
right
3
there,
plays
together.
already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here.
do it.
And this play doesn't
I
go
should've skipped
anywhere.
it.
Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
I can see
It'll
when you
be
join
a
it though.
loss of 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I ain't even wanna run it.
They
I don't even wanna run it.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the
So tell me when you joined it.
but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Oh yeah, Q, when you play him, y'all gotta do randoms.
And he goes down.
Random.
Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them.
Bro, just tell him to
How
play
great is
me right
that?
now.
They go for it on
Okay.
the first drive of the
He's
game.
gonna play him after this
They're
game.
the ones trying to establish
He said he gonna play
something,
after the game.
assert a little dominance, and guess what? You turn it back on them and get the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
23 yards on the play. From
Bro, I
up near
wanna
the
play this
40
man
now
so
after the big
bad.
play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 42. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
See?
Baltimore coming back out here on offense. Charles, unfortunately for the Ravens this year, it just feels like a failure. You know, yes, the 14 wins in the regular season, but that divisional round loss to Tennessee, such a shocker, really stunned everybody in the NFL.
It certainly did, and I know exactly what you're saying when you say it feels like a failure, yet you don't want to say it, do you?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it just feels wrong to say that, but let's face it, the bottom line is getting to the ultimate prize. And when you're 14-2 in the regular season, you're the #1 seed in the AFC, and you lose at home in your first playoff game, it will feel like a failure, and hopefully that'll motivate them going forward. But I think part of it is they didn't need to play Week 17, and they pulled a lot of starters. So now that week is gone where you don't play. You get the open week, right? You end up getting essentially 2 more. It's too long for them sitting, and I think it hurt their timing and maybe their edge.
But tell me if you agree, I think it's safe to say that Lamar Jackson and company will be back and strong next year.
I'd be surprised if they
I changed my name. That was like way back when I made
pretty
it.
darn good defense, too.
Throwing is Jackson, being chased out left. He's going to find his tight end, Royal. And he's going to be taken
That was a
down
flag on
with
me,
a
I know.
penalty flag on the field.
Oh, no.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Jackson
Pretty
on
bad what I
second
spent on
down,
this
flush
shit.
to his right. He'll run it.
Oh, stay
And
rushing.
he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And give him
You know I
10
got him
that
over
time
quarterback.
as he
There ain't no
was
point
able
in
to get
rushing.
away from the pressure
Every time
and
I
get a
rush, you
nice
know I'm gonna
gain.
roll out. I'm gonna do what I usually do. If I can't run from both sides,
Now
throw it away.
Jackson
Look at you fail.
flushed out right. He can
mistake,
run
one
for it,
mistake.
and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a
Why you
little
ain't
bit
talking?
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Why you ain't talking?
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to
You know,
strike first here in this opening quarter.
You got to tell him on his account.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me,
I got him
but I
mad.
think he took matters into his
He
own
said
feet.
he got you at it.
Davis from the
He said he
top
got you at
rope.
it.
I like it.
He said, all right.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Let's dive a little deeper into Kansas City's Super Bowl title as their offense comes back out here, CD. First title in 50 years. Last one, the 1969 season. And, of course, a lot of talk about it being Andy Reid's first title. Well-deserved for him.
And how about the way that this team wins games on offense? So much motion, so much variety. You know, anyone can touch the football and make a big play. It actually is a nod to the team that won the Super Bowl after the 69 season. There was a lot of that in that offense. And who could ever forget Then head coach Hank Scram on the sidelines. 65, toss power trap. This could break, boys. This could break. And there's the touchdown. And in this game, you're going to hear a play called Wasp. And that's the big throw on 3rd and 15 from Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill.
Trying to take
And that helped break things open for Kansas City.
Good stuff. And for Andy Reid, he had the most wins for a coach prior to getting his first Super Bowl. That victory was his 221st, no doubt his sweetest. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Who's playing that song?
Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got a rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I should have clicked triangle.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Jalen, you got to buy me McDonald's, bro.
Say what?
It said, tight. Has that M, and the first person to come up has to buy you McDonald's. Hey, bitch, buy my McDonald's, nigga.
Yeah, because my name is MS. I see how it is.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I know you ain't say no hospital, bro. Come on, you can
Look at the script. From 4th down to 1st. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. That's complete to Sterling. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins.
I know.
40 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd
Because I know what you be doing. I know because you be letting them cut through. That's the only way they're going to get open when they break through.
Throw on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, you want to do this stuff. You want to do this? Get up.
And it's picked up by the Ravens.
You want to do this and
These
that?
guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I didn't know it was coming.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward.
You know you could have slid.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to
You
either
hold
take the hit,
L2 and square at the same time.
and in this case, lose the football?
Watch, I'm doing it
Should
on
have
the
gone
watch.
down. I mean, hindsight's always
You're
20/20,
not
but
hitting
that's
me.
the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a
Oh,
first
it was supposed to
option.
go to him.
Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. That's really not anymore.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Wide up.
Stepping up. He'll try and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
800. We got 100-some yards first quarter. First half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Rolling to, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
You sleeping on
Clark fighting his way home to get the
you
sack.
sleeping on my offense.
To try again after the
Sleeping on
sack.
my you sleeping on my offense.
Eluding the pressure right.
Sleeping on my offense.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for
I think
22
they're running.
to 1st. So now 1st and 10
Now
in
he got-
Chiefs territory
And
at the
I'm moving with a
38.
body.
To throw
Oh, he's
is
gonna break y'all
Jackson.
now.
Rolling to his left.
Gonna break y'all now.
He's going to take off with it. And
Oh, you see how quick he is when he got? Oh, it was because you tapping me. Nah, if you didn't touch me, nah, you ain't gonna touch me if I hadn't cut.
First down, escaping the pressure running. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The impromptu scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle.
So, I'm gonna chill out.
And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there, and first down. They go play action here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half.
Hey, you wanted me to get Lamar,
as the
no?
Ravens push further out in front.
You said you know who I was
He's
going to
having
get,
a nice
so you
little
know.
game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian
And I'll
McCall,
beat
likes
you
to
with
say
Ray
when they're
J,
scoring touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Seahawks.
Tucker now to kick it away following the
Them
touchdown.
bald eagles, them bald eagles. I called them the bald eagles.
This is fielded a couple yards
Yeah,
deep.
he got fired real quick.
Best team
And
in the
they'll wind up
NFL.
getting an extra couple
What?
yards
The
here for
Seahawks
his
is
trouble
not the
as they
best
bring
team in
this
the
one out
NFL.
to the
No,
27.
they're not. Come on now. Now be real, bro. Be real. Who the best team? If they ain't have Russell Wilson, then they would not be the best
They're in a
team.
bind early here, down 14-0. Are you
Nah.
worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
Lamar
You
Jackson.
want to make sure that they stay
They
positive.
have Russell
But at the
Wilson.
same time, you're wondering how are we
Now
going to
Russell,
use the football?
now
What do
Russell
we have
Wilson on the
this play sheet
Saints.
that can work? Get back to basics is usually your
Okay.
answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
The Steelers, they ain't going to the playoffs.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have
you like the
highlights and
Patriots.
analysis of this first half.
I
There's a ball from the right side and
Fuck you
complete.
with.
And
He
there it
sitting there listening.
field
He said he
across
got his
the
money.
45. That one
No,
a
he is
gain
good
of
at Steelers.
20 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down.
I know what you're doing. Every time I want to go over to him, because I know you got to
He's
throw it
going
to
to
him.
get this all the way down
You gonna throw it to him, you gonna throw it to somebody else.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Mahomes going to throw.
Look at that. See?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion,
No, like
yes,
I
but
started
maybe
the
here not
automatics.
the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Baby.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
In there, young boy, and the baby.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Polo G and Rich Young and Chopper.
I don't even listen to Chopper. The most rap I probably
This
listen to is
offense
G
finding
Herbo.
its legs now. Here's another
and Young
first
Boy.
and
That's
10.
probably it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit.
Yeah.
He lost the football.
Pick up
it's
and
picked
run,
by
pick
the
up and
Ravens.
run. You're not catching. God dang, boy.
So the defense there,
God did that.
opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's
scooped it
more a
up like a
matter
ball.
of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case,
he
just
got
give
a
credit
rush
to where it
for
belongs.
10.
Knocked it free, made a big play.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here's Jackson.
Come on,
Jackson
bro.
goes left.
Oh, yeah,
Now
you
he's
moved
gonna
him out.
use his
Oh, yeah, you
legs.
moved him out.
Able to make
I'm
something
staying by
out
the
of
sideline
nothing
because I
there.
know he's going
17 yards and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this
You know
drive.
what I mean?
Yeah,
What?
and so now
But
two
that sound like
times this has
something Bryce would get
happened.
mad about.
Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too
Oh,
narrow. Make sure
yeah.
someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Ah, you know
It's
that.
down there, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the
just
intended
like Bryce.
receiver, but it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage again, the
Hold up.
37 as they
Oh, you
line
gonna
up
pick up
second
on
and
him. Don't
10.
pick up.
Here's Jackson to throw. The receiver, and he's brought down.
I think that's enough.
So we have come to... You want the third quarter already? No
Ball
problem.
back.
Let's do it.
Man.
Fucking goddamn. I got a
You down,
fucking
question
We're ready
zero.
for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
fucking be good in home.
And this will not
Whoa.
be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
FaceTime who?
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it
Face
to
on my
begin
dude.
quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the
Look at my
scoreboard.
dude.
What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going. They
I'm
just need
off.
to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And nowhere to fit
Doesn't
that
get out of
football
that.
in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half.
Oh, double team, and it's intercepted.
Snagged it out of his
By Brandon
hand.
Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I
Get
often
off
wonder
of him.
about the psychology of it all,
Get off
because
of him.
when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right? These things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tucking in one time, and he picks up a first down.
My dad off. Oh,
And the throw
I be waiting on you to pull one of your players off. That's the only reason why I'm doing that.
Couldn't keep his feet in.
Once you pull one of your players off, I'm hitting.
Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know, but September 10th. That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
Well, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you. But you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft. We'll do all the football things. But there'll be nothing like Thursday, September 10th, 2020.
That's how he doing this.
And they'll likely be in Arrowhead, right? They'll likely be there for Kansas City. I know it's not a given. But after winning the Super Bowl after a 50-year wait with that organization and that franchise and family, all that game's going to be there that Thursday night.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, we do have some work to do because they're still picking up the controllers out there in Madden Land, I hope.
Yeah, certainly you have to. And why wouldn't you? Because you go ahead and play now, and you figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl in Tampa next year. And I know you're going to let us know.
That right there, I cut in, I see him. Come on, I gotta get 10 more yards. That's all I need. Okay.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed
Come down,
right.
come down, come down, come down.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
So many times we talk about having good discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Darren Lee in there to get him. It's
while you're doing that, I have somebody else.
There's Jackson on third and long, eluding the pressure right. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in.
Good job, Kingston. Good job. Good job, Kingston.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that's sack on second down. Talk about throwing a wrench into the works.
Right, no time to do it now.
He did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
I ain't no killer, so don't touch.
Touchdown, Ravens. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group.
Hey, you told me to get him.
Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
She said, I'm just trying to play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I'm going to sleep now.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw on second and 10. Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City.
I know he ain't going to
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
At first, but I knew you ain't going to sleep.
5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5 now. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Chopper.
Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
He ain't throwing no more long passes no more.
Made sure the quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Now Mahomes
change your game plan, huh?
his tight end Kelsey.
Ain't
He's
throwing
able to get this
long.
one down to the 40-yard line.
Ain't throwing it
That
downfield.
one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Getting close.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. And
Come on, if that ball had came out,
20-yard line.
I know you would have been mad.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Ooh. You would have been mad if that ball had came out.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Farm A.
Now he'll pull it down.
Farmer?
Nice work to get 7 out of that. And it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Niggas say you want some bagel bars that bad?
Throwing again on second down. Jackson buying time to his left.
Now I gotta work.
And he'll have this past the 30.
Can't get no more sacks.
Going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Don't think I'm not to roll out whenever you rush. I run all the way back there still be
really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
You want to try that? Come on, let's come back here. You want to try that? 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 What I said? You want to try that?
Oh, he's got a little
You want to try that?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's
Hey,
inside
if you want to try it, I'll
big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run was set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Come on.
Jackson.
I'll wait on you. Come on.
Trying to improvise.
Oh, yeah, you tired. Oh, yeah, you tired. Oh, yeah, you tired. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
Brought down. Nothing open downfield. Keeps it himself.
Yeah, they got tired. They got tired. They just started moving slow. That's it. He just got tired. He started moving slow.
Going off in your head. It's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
from
Oh,
the
I
red
missed
zone
that. I missed that.
now. They'll look
All
to
right,
throw.
all right. I
He's
didn't
going to
mean-
find his tight end Boyle.
Let it out.
7
Oh,
yards
I'm
to
losing.
pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Just keeping the play alive. Jackson gets the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they?
Man.
And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that
Hey, I'm
close to
still
getting
being
it done.
2-1.
Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Chiefs
God,
offense about
really,
set to
man.
begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is
do
not
that.
going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get
Here he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And
Hey,
the
I get ball
Chiefs
back.
are
I
able
don't
to
do
draw a bit closer.
I do it again.
And that touchdown puts us
Nah,
in
he ain't gonna be
have a
hot. I
discussion,
can't do it.
doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder
I do.
what onside
Nah,
kicks
you-
they're going
nah,
to
you about to
use
get no ball
and in
back.
what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this one travels out of bounds.
No
so
ball.
unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see
Ah,
that
he
happen, it
tired.
just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
No, he tired. Now you good. Look at him. He tired. I wouldn't say he's tired.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it
He moved
inside
like
the 40 to the
Mike, boy.
39. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I might.
Now, that was not a
I
bad
had to
scramble
think
there on
something
first
wrong with
down. He didn't force it, nor did he
thinking
throw it away. He was able to take
Name's
off,
Michael
and now
Vick.
he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Oh, he laid you down.
Flush to his right. Jackson
Get him, get him, get him.
gets the football. It's picked up by the Chiefs.
Oh,
Guessing
fumble.
that on the sidelines, there might be
Hold
a few
on.
words
He fumbled out of bounds at once.
about
Yep,
that
that's one.
mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got
Ain't no way.
the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches
It's
say,
straight, though.
Charles?
It's
Finish
straight.
strong.
It's straight. I'm up.
Finish the game out the
Yep.
way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy.
We'll bring him
Give them a
down.
chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Nah, I thought you was running the screen.
And he takes it all the way down
I thought
to
you
the
was on the
3.
screen.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get him a bit
Thought you was on
closer
the
as he's
screen.
down to the 2-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage
I
with
called
a little
timeout.
over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
What called us out?
From the 2 now, 2nd and
Come
goal.
on. I know you can run it. I know you can run it. I know it. I know it. I know it.
Williams
I
will
know it.
try again.
Mess on his face.
And he
He
is
just can't
going
go
to be
straight.
stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds
Throw it in.
remaining in the 4th. A big
Don't throw
play
it
to
in
start
attention,
the
though.
drive got him in this
Don't run to the
position,
lefty.
but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Ah, you want to
Set up
throw
the
screen?
This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Yeah, I'm still up. I'm about to score though.
6 yards away. As they're
I'm
now
about to
just
score.
an extra point away from getting back within one
I ain't throwing no
score.
point.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go
Best
for
believe
one
that.
here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I ain't
I
throwing no
think you
point.
do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get
Yeah,
it,
44 too. I
that's
ain't throwing no
deflation.
point.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the
I gave
easy
you
one
set up
now
anyway.
and come back and try and get it later.
I gave you the ball. I got your ball game right now. You ball game. If you could, don't do it.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is
He-
intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big
No,
turnover
that's trying to do.
there
I'm trying
as
to go
his
out
guys
around.
will get the football back.
Yes, indeed.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations.
Is it me?
In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked
I
it
gotta keep
off.
moving y'all mic.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Bro, keep doing. Alright. Y'all do that game?
That
Okay.
return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
And now here come the Ravens. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Jackson, flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's not what's wrong.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left.
I ain't going out like this.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. So now with 6. Seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Let's play the game. Watch this. You about to get mad. You might. Oh, you playing press? You on the press?
Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You know, I won.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore.
You how many you took?